1462 had itself marked as a year of history. It holds its maximum gratitude to the Portuguese sailor Pedro da Sintra, who intellectually named the fluctuating land Serra Leoa, now called Sierra Leone. Freetown in its own way was a blessing, a land that marked freedom, a soil that inhabits great men, the Nova Scotians, the Black Poor, respect. Slavery was called slavery not because of the voyage, but because of the torture, misery and hard labor it brought you all. After 40 years of stupidity, education was formally introduced on the stance of us giving them our silver and gold, infesting the notion that education is better than silver and gold. So the barter system continued. But this time around, slaves were not sold and sold. Our mindsets were freely given away. For Ube College is filled with history. First in West Africa, well, that amuses me. I can imagine the feeling of hosting different people from different countries with different cultures to study. For Ube College at its best. Harvard of the West. The green land, herbaceous trees, the mild sun with a touristic smile, green and wildlife, admired and served in style. But what happened? What happened to the dreams and successes that spiled the land of freedom? What happened to the dreams and aspirations of turning Sierra Leone into a paradise? Home to advice. With thousands that have been lost in both the Ebola and Corona pandemic, citizens as well as passionate medics, all gone. Gone but not forgotten. Their dreams were to turn Sierra Leone into something. Too sad that education is now crumbling. Crawling like a baby when it's actually the father for all. Massive failures in exams and will later perform excellently abroad. Educational fraud. FPC self-done turn dovecourt. Slay queen turn slut. With the human rights of compatriots being trampled upon. I don't see a difference. When slaves were mercilessly beaten with no justification, over a sad nation, and a little suspicion becomes treason with the failure of peoples for no reason, I fear I may go to prison. With the truth considered as the lie and the last and absolute truth, words that you utter and things that you do. If not for your children, then I feel sorry for you. See, the hate could go, but the memories don't. The grudge could disappear, but the scars won't go. So let's analyze the odds of dwelling in heritable stupidity for the next 10 years, a much more worrying state, and that should be a fear for your children and the children of others. This is one family, we are sisters and brothers. One baton could reciprocate to the other. What do we have to offer? It's been 60 years, and man, they still they suffer. 100 million loans to each player, and Susan's space still left unattended. But I'm not surprised. The ancestors platformed an exact copy. You just added some pages to the exact copy, and it's now an extract copy. USA has 50 known states with 2 major political parties. Sierra Leone with just 1 and 17 political parties. What a disaster. I don't want to talk about Corona, the most misused disease and medium for trade. They say it's aid, and I know it's lame. Well, thanks for the masks. I at least use them to bluff. But let's face the reality. Enough is enough. Dreams are dying with the fear of seeing your man still in it. Tears from the eyes that they've been raining. They say politics is a dirty game. Well, in Sierra Leone, it's no game at all. It's a business. Former president said it, and the affirmation has been explicit. Our laws are no longer legit. It's now based on who convinces the best and ignore the rest. Well, Khadija wasn't raped, so what happened? She was kissed and she died. I see. No wonder the suspects were found not guilty after months of waiting. Well, sorry Khadija, but this is the Sierra Leone that we live in. Spent months commissioning an inquiry. They say it's commission of inquiry, and that's how they called it. After more money was spent and less money retrieved. So what's the point that you are trying to point out? That you fought corruption? Well, at least you tried. And yes, the country may be sad, but that doesn't mean we can't turn to a new leaf for a proper work to initiate. We do not need car wash centers anymore. Empower Connaught, renovate cottage, revive Ube College, handsomely pay and respect our teachers. Empower youth, not just wear boots to lift shovels of sand and fill your graves. We are the recipes of our ancestors, but let them don't define the food that we cook. So let's cultivate and plow the field of hope, till and toil the soil of freedom and history. Withdraw the negativity and deposit the good in us. Catch the bad energy and bounce the thought that suck. Measure the nepotism and fixed mindset for a clear construction of a new era. Inject a constitutionally viable vaccine that touches all lungs and part of the nation's flaws. Broadcast words of peace that present unity. Capture the lost culture and shoot the invoking dilemma. Overrule the thief and imprison the country stiff. So brethren, there are many more to highlight, but I believe that these are just some of what the country needs.